When I'm teaching beginners at my fishing school, at the end of their session, they usually ask, what essentials do I need to buy to go fly fishing? So I'm going to run through some of my essentials, and I will start with Polaroid sunglasses. So when you're fishing, you must wear eye protection. So this will protect you from the hook, any wandering fly or line, and also, they are Polaroids. It means that they cut the surface glare and you will be able to see the structure better, you'll be able to spot more fish, and also in clearer waters, you'll be able to see your fly. Next, I always take my lanyard with me. I find this the easiest thing to put all my tools on, but you can also put them in your wading jacket, in vests. Sometimes jackets have very useful pockets that flap open and you can put them underneath the material. So on my lanyard, I have my MonoMaster, which is extremely full right now. When I get home, I've got a bin that I have specifically for this, and then we send it off to get recycled. I have my nippers to cut the tippet. I have a dog whistle for my dogs when they're running away. I also have my forceps. I personally like to keep some pliers on the back as well, on my belt, to cut through, let's say, wire or something thicker than just tippet. I also use either my forceps or my pliers to crunch down barbed hooks. I have my net on the back as well. It's attached by a magnet. Sometimes I also put it behind my belt as well. For me, it's really important to have a rubberized net rather than braided. It protects the fins and doesn't split them. It also doesn't take off any of the protective layer on the fish. And it doesn't stink. It doesn't carry as much water or the fish smell as the braided ones do. So this is, the perfect net to use when you go fishing. I have my tippet spools, which are quite handy. I attach it to my zip and then I can put it in there. I have an elastic band for my dry flies to dry them when they've got waterlogged. So I put the dry fly at the end, and then I hold the leader and I just flick the elastic band, and this just really puffs up the dry fly again. Talking of dry flies, always carry your floatants as well. Personally, I like the high and dry products. I've been using them for a very long time after one of my guides at the fishing school bought it back and we tested it. So my favorite one is the liquid floatant that I just drop my dry fly in and then I shake it off and cast it a couple of times, and then it's ready to go again. I also really like the Floatant Powder with the brush. This is good for CDC. Some people prefer the CDC oil. And then you have gel floatant. This is best to use before the fly gets wet. So very handy to have a few different ones for your different dry flies and at different times when you're actually fishing them. I think that's it. I like to fish light. I don't like having lots of stuff on me. So I take the bare minimal, especially when I'm walking a lot and I'm going through vegetation. I don't want loads of stuff all over. In the cooler months or when I know it's going to rain or the weather forecast is a bit dodgy, I also take a backpack with my waterproof jacket, and then I can put a camera in there. But again, I do like to fish light. And if I know it's going to be a nice day, then I just take all of this stuff and my fly boxes, rod, reel and line, and I'm ready to go.